Good kid, mad city, mad respect, representing the hub right.
Keeping it ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down public. I got the whole block bumping. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down public. The homegirls tell me I'm so they can buy them some outfits. I buy their sons a pack of Pampers, some new Jordans. Give them the game, school them on what's really important. That's how I was raised. Had me 13, fresh off the porch. But I'm wiser now, showing my young. There's other ways to get them dollars and funds. Coming down in an old school, so cool. Whip like a fireball, call it go cool. You don't know the tribulations that we go through. Put your ears to the speakers, I'ma show you. I paint a picture so perfect. Hit my CD, you see Mona Lisa in person. Courtesy of a hunter beat. Got my the essays in arm reach. One way. One ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down public. I got the whole block bumping. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down public.
It's getting noisy here in Boston. We're at the home of the Celtics. Here we go. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K. Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. Back to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Here's Richards. Booker looking around. And Horford pulls it down.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
RJ, we know that the Suns missed the playoffs for about a decade, but now they seem to be getting some traction. How do you view them?
I view them as a team that's in transition. Obviously, they have Devin Booker, the homegrown star. The guy has blossomed there in front of everyone's eyes. And after that finals run, they've really been searching. He's the last player there. But whenever you have Kevin Durant on your team, you are always on the verge of something special.
A putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
To the inside. And the dunk by Bol.
Don't underestimate Booker's passing ability. He's getting better and better at making plays for others.
Tatum out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to visit with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
His team's focus is trying to slow down Devin Booker. He said the thing with Devin is that he's not just an ISO scorer. They run a lot of actions for him, so we have to do our best to chase him around, and the rotations have to be on point. It's going to take all 5 guys to try and stop him. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Back to Bol. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Tatum, that's for 2. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Guys, just ridiculous. He's just absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score. Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And here we go. Fast break. Booker's got it. Here's the three. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
This is Booker at his most dangerous. No hesitation right there.
To the middle. Porzingis. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for Porzingis.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Boston trailing. Here's Brown. Inside. Tatum. Great D that time from Durant. Good work defensively by Horford.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
Boston shooting their first free throw of the game.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Booker with no one around drills the three-pointer. Booker's got 7 points in the game. Brown outside. .107 left here in the first quarter. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Here's the screen. Takes a three. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Now here's Booker. He's got 7. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 10. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Porzingis. He has 6.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Booker fires from way outside. Again, the miss by Booker. Here's Tatum. Brown outside. To the paint. 4 seconds left. And Horford finishes inside.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Celtics lead by 3. And we'll be back with
The Suns, 16.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Down low. Here's Porzingis. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Here's Durant. Muscling it in, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, even though he's slender, Durant is good at keeping his balance through contact. The man is stronger than he looks.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. Back to Tatum. Clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Boston. The shot comes out. And it's Phoenix's ball. Here's KD. Going up high, Kevin Durant.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And scanning the floor well. Porzingis all about finding open teammates when they've got to look.
For 3, Booker. And you know who? Devin Booker.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Booker. Rebound, Boston.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Porzingis can't hit. Suns trail by 3. To the left side wing. To the middle. Here's Iguodala. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Inside, Tatum.
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
For 3, Booker. And he's good on the 3 ball. Booker's got the game tied up here for Phoenix.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Over to the left wing. Done outside. To the paint. Here's Iguodala. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
Pass to Booker. Jacks up a 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum, that's for 2. Rebounded by Allen. Phoenix with the ball. Here's Durant. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. And here's Boston. Here's Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. Free throw line jump shot. Right side Beal. Pass to KD. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Durant's got 7 points for the quarter.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
The Celtics shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the Suns making a change here. So he gets them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Over to the wing. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
It could go. Not going to go that time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Celtics out in front, leading by a point. And we'll be back right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Suns trailing. Richard, so many things about Jrue Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Here's Tatum. Takes it inside.
The quicks of Tatum on display. Jason has a devastating first step, man. He could just blow by you so easily.
And the dunk by Bol.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Inside, Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Back to Holiday. And it's good for 2. 6 points for Jrue Holiday.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And here's Phoenix. It's a 1-point game. Here's O'Neal. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
The kick out to Brown. Pass to Holiday. Here's Porzingis. Defended by Richards. 5 to shoot. Here's Tatum. Tatum slips by the contact inside.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, we understand that. But when he gets into a rhythm, whew.
Outside, Beal. Buries it from 3-point range. Beal's got 5 points so far.
What a game. This lead just keeps going back and forth.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "We can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And, Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
To the paint. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
Here's Bol. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Holiday. And as disappointing as the Suns' first-round exit was last year, RJ, this team, I think, still has a window open. How about you?
Yeah, Kevin, I've often said it takes teams a second year. That first year is really the adjustment period for star players. The Suns core group had some growing pains in that first season, but look, this year, I think this is the year we're going to see the best version of the Phoenix Suns.
They set the pick to the inside. Richards. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Left side, Brown. Tatum with it. Now Beal defending. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Tatum's got 8 here in the quarter.
And it's clear that Tatum loves the mid-range, excels at recognizing when to shoot from there.
Booker outside. Back to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
He'll just keep hurting them from the three-point land if they let him. Here's a chance for Coach to change that.
16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Brown outside. One second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter.
50. The Suns, 52.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Boston trailing. Here's Porzingis. The kick out to Holiday. And stolen by Booker. To the wing on the left. Here's Bol. He shoots again. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Outside, Porzingis makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And bringing the aggression and the energy, 2 things you like to see from Porzingis.
To the middle. Here's Richards. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. And the Suns lead by 2. The Celtics working the ball around now. Back to Porzingis. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Suns.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
Now off the inbound. It's hauled in by the Suns. Bol with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Pass to Bol. Richards with it. Taken away by Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Down low. And then Brown with the dunk. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
And the dunk by Bol.
The assist.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Tatum no good. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They lead by 1. The shot by Beal no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Brown with the bucket.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Pass to Richards. Back to Booker. There's the screen. For the 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And the Celtics with possession here. It's a one-point game.
And Brown is a talented scorer who also excels at drawing fouls.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Wow, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Here's Beal. And finished off by Beal.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Free throw good, Booker.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Beal. Shoots over Brown. Booker outside. In the corner, it's Plumlee. Just 4 to shoot. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Great decision making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and whips the pass to him.
Brown jams it in.
There you go, JB. I love his confidence. One of his strongest traits.
Booker in the post. Outside, O'Neal. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebound, Boston.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And that one swishes right in. Booker's got the game tied up here for the Suns. Here's Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. Inside. Here's Brown. The layup off target. And it's the Suns with the ball. Pass to Richards. Back to Booker. They set the pick. To the middle. Money!
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Brown. Here's Porzingis. To the inside. Tatum. Count it!
And if anybody didn't know, Jason Tatum has that killer instinct just coming out in a big way.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 6. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Now here is Holiday. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And wants their best move at this point.
And with this much time,
fuck out of here, pussy ass nigga. Run around the screen now, bitch.
Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested